Thank you, and good afternoon. We certainly appear to have had a very peaceful weekend, which is encouraging for us as a region. We also know there is considerable excitement around the advancement through the reopening stages and phases, and we certainly want to encourage folks to get back to work and get back to work responsibly. I do want to add a cautionary note that we really as a region need to continue to be mindful of our actions and of the steps that we're taking. We do this in an attempt in order to continue our reopening and continue a smooth transition as we come out of coronavirus. There is a fairly significant lag between the spread of coronavirus in the community and when we will detect it through the various methods that we utilize to monitor what is happening. And so we want to be mindful that although our numbers continue to be relatively flat and generally stable, we want to be mindful that increased activity and increased openings does provide the increased opportunity for spread. We've certainly seen examples of Los Angeles County, San Mateo, and others that are seeing an uptick in their cases, and we want to make sure that that's not us here in San Diego. And so as we continue down the reopening path, we want to make sure we're continuing to be mindful of all of the various types of things that we have asked folks to do. Physical distancing, hand washing, face coverings, temperature checks. Those four things in combination with an increased availability of testing, tracing, and treatment are the things we think that will allow us to manage the spread in a way that preserves the integrity of the healthcare system and allows us to continue to move forward. So we want to celebrate and be excited about our continued progress, but be mindful that our continued progress is predicated on our ability to show continued efficiency in slowing the spread to a manageable level. And so we want to be mindful of both of those as we move forward. Supervisor Cox mentioned the businesses that are opening and are cleared to go now. I want to cover just for a few minutes the businesses that will be able to open effective this Friday. Over the weekend, our public health officer, Dr. Wilma Wooten, and her team reviewed the public health guidance that were put out by the state of California last Friday and have determined that San Diego County can proceed with these modified reopenings effective Friday, June 12th. Between now and Friday, if you're a business who is on this list, and I'll cover the list in just a minute, we want you to carefully review the state guidance for your industry, put in place, have that guide your thinking about reopening, and we want you to physically complete the county safe reopening plan, which you can download from our website, complete it, share it with your employees, post it outside your place of business at whatever point you choose to open as early as Friday morning. I'm going to walk you through graphically where you can find this information on our website. So if you go to our website, coronavirus-sd.com, there's a pretty simple 4 steps here that you can take in order to be able to do it. The first is you'll click there on Safe Reopening, which you will see right there. And then under Safe Reopening, you can see right there the various plans. Step 1, refer to the guidance for your specific industry. Those are the ones that have been put out by the state. Step 2 is the safe reopening plan that you will print and fill out. Open now at the bottom there of stage 2 are those entities that are still open. If you probably know who you are, you're probably already open. The ones that I'm going to talk about here today will be under the Coming Soon tab. These coming soon things are things around schools, music, film, and TV production, professional sports, gyms and fitness facilities, restaurants, bars and wineries, primarily bars and wineries, hotels, which do include Airbnb rentals, card rooms, satellite wagering and racetracks, family entertainment, including bowling alleys, museums, galleries, zoos, and aquariums. You can click on that guidance, and that will take you to step 4, which will be the guidance. The one we highlighted there is gyms. If you click on gyms, and you can see in step 4 what it clicks to. But it is important as we move forward that folks are mindful of the state guidance and of the safe reopening plan. Again, to reiterate, effective Friday, this Friday, the following entities can open, provided they complete the county safe reopening plan and use the state guidance. Gym and fitness facilities included in that are swimming pools, as they're related to fitness facilities, condos, HOAs, or community pools. Those are able to be open on this Friday as well. Bars and wineries, card rooms, family entertainment, museums, galleries, zoos, and aquariums, and hotels for tourism and individual travel. Each of those entities are cleared to open this Friday. What is not yet open in San Diego County or anywhere in the state of California are nail salons, places to get facials, tattoo parlors, therapeutic massage businesses, movie theaters, and then conventions and concerts are the ones that have been talked about in stage 4. We'll continue to stand by and work with the state of California around additional guidance around those stage 3 entities, nail salons, the ability to get facials, tattoo parlors, therapeutic massage businesses, and perhaps movie theaters. We will see in the coming weeks from the state of California guidance coming out. But again, all of those entities that I mentioned earlier will be a part of what will be allowed to move forward on Friday. And again, as we continue to have continued reopening, we just implore the public to continue to adhere to the public health orders, and let's continue to be a model county, both for how we dealt on the front end with the coronavirus pandemic and how we are dealing with the reopening process as we come out. Jumping quickly into our metrics for today, testing down a little bit, it always is on Mondays. We had some really significant numbers over the weekend that bumped up our average, 3,844, but our rolling 7-day average is at 4,567, getting incrementally closer to our initial goal of 5,200 per day. Contact tracers and investigations you see there. Today's percentage of positive, we're reporting 143 new positive cases out of 3,844. This puts us at a 4% positive out of those tested. Yesterday was 2, the preceding 3 days were 4%, so a slight uptick in what we're seeing as a percentage of positive. Our rolling 14-day average there is at 3.1%, and so we will keep an eye on that. Daily hospital census stays relatively flat. ICU is essentially what they were yesterday. Hospitalizations down just a touch, relatively flat and stable. Same is true with overall hospitalizations, down a little bit yesterday to today, and you can still see the total hospitalizations there relative to the 80% bed capacity, which you see right there. So down just a little bit, but again, staying relatively flat over the course of the last month, as you can see reflected on the chart. And then ICUs continue to fluctuate a little bit day over day. COVID-related ICUs staying relatively flat, non-COVID kind of going up and down, but at a percentage bed occupied of 64%. That concludes my update. I'll now turn it over to Dr. Wilma Wooten for the Public Health Officer's Report.